Charlie Puth, singer, songwriter, producer extraordinaire, has released his new song, Changes, along with an announcement of his new album that comes out March 6th, I believe, next year. It's called Whatever's Clever. And oh my God, Charlie, why do you announce an album so early? And why are you releasing a single so early? I mean, it's months away, for God's sakes. At least, you know, the moment you like start putting out something next year, it's like, what is going on? You know what I mean? Like, who does this? Seriously, who does this? I feel like he's the only person that does this. Like, where he's like announced something and it's like months and months later. Like, I mean, it was crazy. Like Light Switch, for example, when he released that song, the album came out like 6 months later or something. Like, it was insane. I don't know why he does this. I don't know who's advising him to do this. It's probably not him. It's probably his label. I don't know what's going on, but it happens with him all the time. So whatever. Be like other Charlie. Look, I know it may not be you, but be like other artists. Just not this long. Not this long. Anyways, I want to listen to this song. I've been dying to. It came out like yesterday or earlier today, and I've been waiting to do this reaction for all of you Charlie Puth fans or just pop fans in general. So here we go. We've heard snippets of it before, of course, as he classically does on TikTok and stuff like that. But this is the full thing. Here we go.
There's been a lot of smaller talks. When we were younger, we would share our fears. Now we're afraid of being mocked. I still can hear through all of the silence. Do you need any help calling like I did? There's been some changes in our life. I can feel the distance. Space and time has made everything different. Day and night, everything has changed and I don't know why. I used to hear your voice inside my head. Now I forget what it sounds like. And all the things we used to leave unsaid, I wish they were said in hindsight. I still can hear through all of the silence. Do you need any help calling like I did? There's been some changes in our life. I can feel the distance. Space and time has made everything different. Day and night, everything has changed and I don't know why. Maybe that's just the way it is, no matter how much you're missing it. Sometimes the wind blows in different new directions and lessons are happening. Maybe that's just the way it is, no matter how much you're missing it. No love lost, I know it's innocent. It's what you make of it. There's been some changes in our life. I can feel the distance. Space and time has made everything different. Day and night, everything has changed and I don't know why. There's been some changes in our life. I can feel the distance. Space and time has made everything different. Day and night, everything has changed and I don't know why.
Well, this is probably the most underwhelmed I've ever felt with a Charlie Puth song. And I don't know why. I'm just kidding. I know the reason. There's quite a few reasons. look, I'll say the positives. The chorus is an absolute banger. Okay, from the moment that Charlie sort of teased the song, the chorus was amazing, and I was like humming it all the time leading up to the song's release. So the chorus is amazing. The problem, I think, is the verses, the pre-chorus. Now the pre-chorus is okay. The bridge is, it's not. It doesn't even feel like it's really there. It feels pretty half-assed. So that's the problem. And then I think largely the song itself just feels, it doesn't hit. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have that punch. Like, and it's so difficult to sort of say that because production-wise and instrumentally, there's a lot going on in this song. In fact, I think one of the coolest things of it is it reminds me of Charlie Puth's Boy back in his voice notes era. He had sort of a little organ jazz piano solo, and he really embraced his jazz love in that song. And in Changes here, we see that again. He has this beautiful piano solo, and he really just doubles down on that. And I think that's awesome. I wish he did more of that. But the problem is, I think Boy is a much more interesting song than this one, I think. And this one's just, I don't know, like, it just doesn't, the production is great, but like maybe it could have been, the arrangement of the song maybe could have been better, like more background vocals, just more interesting sounds being sprinkled in, like none of the, I don't know, a lot of, Charlie Puth is fantastic at making starting out something very minimal and then expanding it. You know what I mean? Like, and this is maybe a video that I'll do later, but it's a very sort of heady type of pop analysis video where Charlie Puth, like, his songwriting is very intricate and I think sophisticated in the sense where he's very particular and very intentional and immaculate with the choice of instruments that he chooses to do from the moment that the song begins to the very end of the song. This song just feels like everything is just done. Like there's no growing in the song. Like the song doesn't grow. It's the same song. Like if you listen to the beginning of Attention from the moment it begins to the end, if you listen to Mother, if you listen to How Long, if you listen to Somebody Told Me, a deep cut in his Voice Notes album, there's growth in that song and in all those songs. He's just very good at putting in, taking out, expanding. Just the arrangement of the song is amazing. And in this song, like I said, it just feels like it's all done. Like from the moment it begins, from the moment it ends, there's nothing new, you know, like the song doesn't grow, it doesn't evolve. And I could be wrong. I mean, he likes to also just add very small things. So maybe I missed some things, but I don't think so. So there are a couple things, like for example, the beginning, it's sort of, it begins very, very like, you know, very light and airy. These are the verses, and then you go to the second verse. And the drums are there, you know, so it grows in that way, but that's a very, you know, that's nothing new. Like a lot of artists do that. And then at the end, there's this choir. But it's, you know, I mean, it's just sort of a call and response type of thing. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's not there for enough time, and it's not there, you know, in a really meaningful way. I would say it's just a very basic call and response and it only happens for one word, you know, like, or, you know, several words. I mean, it's just, the song has this very Phil Collins-y, Lionel Richie 80s type of song sound to it, right? You know, really the beginning reminds me of All Night Long by Lionel Richie. And then obviously the sort of reverb of the song, the production on the vocals, and just the instrumentation itself, very Phil Collins-like. You know, this is a song that sounds like it would fit perfectly in the Tarzan soundtrack.
Son, I'm mad
So I love this direction. I mean, I think it's great. It's very, you know, fitting for Charlie Puth. You know, this was an era, and this type of sound is very, very like, you know, intricate with instruments, and it's very sophisticated, I think, and it's very jazzy. It can be, and very interesting, rich chords, you know. But here, Charlie Puth, the chorus is the only thing that kills. You know, everything else it just sounds, yeah. The song is very, it's like this for me. You know, and that's, I don't know, man. Now, granted, I will say I might fall into the same trap I fell in previously. I did it with Lipstick, Charlie Puth's Lipstick, and I was a fan of the song, but I criticized it quite a bit, actually. I remember in that video. And then that song turned out to be one of my most favorite Charlie Puth songs, like, ever. And here I am with Changes, a pure organic reaction. I have not listened to it before. And I'm sort of giving a more, you know, critical review. I don't know. I might end up, you know, loving this song by tomorrow. And I will let you know if that happens. But I don't know. I feel pretty strongly about this one. Mainly, I think with Lipstick, I had kind of a problem with the lyrics, I remember, and sort of just like kind of the lyrical writing to it. This song, I have more of a problem with the actual composition, the songwriting, the arrangement. And that's a much more critical, you know, unfortunate criticism that, you know, I don't think I will end up really, really loving this song. And it's unfortunate. But that's not to say I'm not going to listen to it and enjoy it. And that's not to say I don't like the song. I do. It's just, I don't know. I just think it's underwhelming. And compared to all the stuff that he's done before, and especially his unreleased stuff, and which I think I gotta do a video on his unreleased stuff. I really do. But especially compared to that stuff, dude, this is like, you know, I don't know, man. It's just not that impressive to me. I don't know. The production that is there, the arranging that is there, the instrumentation that is there is really good. Don't get me wrong. It's very intricate in its own right. It just doesn't feel like the song grows, revolves, or goes anywhere. And he also doesn't, I don't know, he doesn't do anything with his voice. Like usually in the latter end of the song, like I said, tied into the whole idea of his songs growing and evolving. Usually at the third act of the song, you know, he's going ham with some vocals, you know, like the song feels alive. The song feels like it's jumping, you know, like this one, it just doesn't, you know, oh, you put in a choir like here and there, like then all of a sudden it gets that, you know, it gets big. Like, I don't know, man, you know, I don't really think so. And yeah, the piano solo comes back and stuff like that, you know, but it's just, I don't know. And usually Charlie Puth is very good at bridges. This bridge was whatever. I don't know, man. It does not hit. And also, I did not react to the music video because usually his music videos give me a lot of trouble in terms of copyright. So I just decided to react to the song. And at least it will be able to be uploaded as soon as possible. I did sort of scroll through the music video. I saw that he basically insinuated that him and his wife are going to have a baby, or she's going to have a baby. Please, men, stop saying that you and your wife are pregnant. That's weird. Don't say that. Does not make any sense. You both are expecting a child. We'll say that, I guess. So that's what's happening. That's cool. That's really cool. You know, but good for them. I'm happy. This is probably a perfect time for him to announce this, or perfect time to have a child, right? Because probably most of his album is done, or if not, like maybe like he's on the third act of his album right now. Maybe they're thinking about marketing, and he's doing the finishing touches, maybe preparing for tour. You know, maybe that's what it is. I don't know, because it is March. It comes out in March, so I don't know. Or maybe it's not over yet. Maybe 60% of it's done, but you know, that way, you know, 9 months to have a child, he can, you know, he can have that time to work, and then he has that child. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Now I'm talking about birth. We were talking about the song, but I guess Charlie Puth put the baby in the song because of the music video, so that's his fault. Anyways, that's it for me. I really want to know what you think, though. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you dig this song? like I said, I dig it. I like the song. I'll listen to it a couple times more and stuff like that. Like if it comes on, I'm not gonna skip it. Okay, like it's not egregious, but it's not one of his best, and it's kind of underwhelming. But let me know in the comment section below what you think. Do you like the song? Do you dislike the song? Do you heavily disagree with me? I would love to know why. Give this video a like if you like, dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you, you beautiful creature. But I think that's it for me. You all take care, stay safe, and until next time, I love you.